are here today in front of the office of the High Commission of Rwanda to protest against the UK and Rwanda's racist and inhuman agreement trafficking refugees to Rwanda.
Yes. We all know that East African communities are always blaming the Kurdish community for the terrorist attacks in their country. Yes. So now you want to send the same Kurdish community to Rwanda to get killed?
The UK has responsible to take these refugees because it's due the UK international policy that had led to them being forced to flee their home.
Here to stay, here to fight. Here to stay, and here to fight. I've seen they've given detainees glossy brochures for Rwanda with pictures of the hotel with a swimming pool and saying you will be safe here. Rwanda respects human rights.
That's a lie.
When only last year the UK government was demanding accountability for human rights abuses in Rwanda. That's one hell of a turnaround.
They promised me they're going to give me money to start on. They promised me they're going to hand me to some charities in Uganda. They promised me that everything is going to be okay when they take me back. Because of them, I spent 5 months in detention. Whatever they are telling you, whatever they are promising you is fake. Because when I reached to Kampala, they dropped me as a garbage.
They're not being sent to Rwanda while they process their claims for asylum in Britain. They're being told you can't come back to Britain. If you're interested in getting asylum, ask the Rwandan government for asylum. That is the crime.
Kagame claims he's creating a safe haven for people who are crossing channels to come to the UK and other countries. With safe haven, where the next day I am going to be killed. The UN is investigating Rwanda on so many murder cases, human rights violation, but they are still sending people to Rwanda. How many people have been killed on the streets of Rwanda during the protests? How many people are in prison for having a peaceful demonstration in Rwanda? How many people are not currently living in Rwanda, but are afraid to stand here and speak against Rwanda?
I am a lesbian. I am from Nigeria. I'm not going back to Nigeria to go and face persecution. And I'm not going back to live a life of discrimination, where in hospitals, in churches, in workplaces, even here it's being practiced. I'm not going back there. To live a life of hiding. No, no, no. I am determined to live in the open. And
we used to call this country motherland. This country was built with our grandparents. I remember my grandmom used to sing national anthem of this country. But right now, we are suffering because of racism.
The Rwandan government has been engaged in sports washing, in whitewashing its image for years, because it's well known as a dictatorship and a denier of human rights. But for example, it sponsored Arsenal. Arsenal have Rwanda, visit Rwanda on their club jerseys. Anyone here who is an Arsenal fan, we need to call on Arsenal to demand that Rwanda pull out of this deal or they pull out of the sponsorship, because we should not be allowing Rwanda to get away with sports washing and whitewashing and trying to spin this deal as a humanitarian deal.
Yeah.
You can do the petitions, you can write to the council, you can write to so-and-so, but without a fight, you get nothing.
There are a lot of people unhappy with this deal. Yeah. And the more we can organize, the more we can target on social media, the more we can get the truth out and the voices out.
This dangerous and unfair and inhuman decision has to stop. This flight has to stop.
This is an attempt to crush people. To crush people who are fighting for their human rights.
That's why this fight is very important, and we thank everyone who turned up, and we're looking for more fights and call everyone for the next one.
Refugees have the right here to stay, here to fight. Refugees have the right here to stay, here to fight. Refugees have the right here to stay, here to fight. Refugees.
to stay.